Riders ready. Get freeze underway here in Lombard.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Making all kinds of continuous improvements here. We now have lap counter. We got time that makes sense. Got a finish line that makes sense. We really stepping up our game over here. This is day 5 of Chicago Grit Omnium stage race. We are in Lombard, which is a hot dog crit. It's got 2 basically 180 corners. The one we just went through is definitely tighter, and then at the end of this straightaway it's another 180, but it's a little more, there's a small segment in between, so it feels more like 2 turns rather than 1 turn, I guess. Yeah, you can keep the speed pretty high through that first U-turn. There's a little bit of a punch up a hill into this really strong headwind today. Was kind of the defining feature here. It was blowing pretty good. It's right in your face here, makes it bunch up, and then this curb comes in on the left-hand side, and everyone's got to kind of squish together to make it through safely. And then you open it up onto this start-finish straightaway where there's a rip and tailwind. Yeah, super fast downhill, downwind section, so you're hitting up to 35 miles an hour on this section a lot of the time. So it is tailwind, but it's still a little bit taxing to move up at times. You don't want to just be punching a hole in the wind for yourself at 35. Boom, there go the barriers blowing over. Sheltered side is on the left. I'm kind of moving up on the right here, but yeah, the left-hand side is where you want to be. It's behind you, but also between the buildings. Turns into a bit of a crosswind. Yeah, this is the defining turn on the course. You see all kinds of different lines being attempted. The inside is pretty fast there. Keeps you from getting chopped. Outside also good, but they just get people kind of coming wide into you sometimes. We'll see some more of that later on. Yeah, coming through this corner, you really want to maintain your momentum. You're coming into the headwind, so there's a lot of incentive to kind of blast it up here. This guy comes inside on me, almost gives me the chop there. Just gung-ho to grind his way up this hill. And that's kind of the story of the race, is just trying to stay in the sort of front bubble, like top 10 wheels. You can take that corner a lot faster and a lot cleaner and stay out of trouble. Originally, coming into this race, I didn't know the course very well. I didn't realize, the headwind is a factor, the corner is pretty technical, and there's all these narrow sections on the course, so I kind of, I was planning on tail gunning today, because I figured, 4-corner crit should be able to just sit in, save energy, chill at the back, but it was definitely not the case. It was beneficial to be up front. I'm definitely thinking about getting some preems today, though. I'm in a pretty good position for this one, up towards the front of the field. Unfortunately, the attack comes from the right side, so it's I'm not really in a position to respond right away. I'm just going to kind of see. It's a pretty long start-finish drag, so hopefully I can get myself in a better position to follow some wheels and get up there. I'm not going to, blow myself out for $50. I want to place well in these races. But, yeah, I'm following here. Unfortunately, I got kind of pushed off the wheel by this guy Rudy, I think is his name. He's the Omnium leader. Kind of bumps me out of the draft there, unfortunately, so I got to do a big surge just to get back in the wheels, and at that point it's too late. The sprint is already gone, so I just get my speed up and stay within range of these guys, make sure they don't get away without me. Could be good to, it's always good to just follow if you're up there, just to kind of be a part of the move if it goes. But yeah, we're just gonna come back together. So it's kind of just a battle for position for most of the race for me. I'm kind of trying to conserve as much energy as possible. That usually happens up towards the front. So yeah, just trying to make up some spots on this straightaway whenever anyone's moving up in the gutter on the left-hand side, and try to take some good lines through this 180 corner. So coming up here, I take a pretty decent line through this one, but I got guys moving up on my inside, and someone kind of shoots this gap on the left side on me. So I get a little bit pushed over onto the guy in front of his wheel there, and yeah, things get real tight for the 2 guys behind me who are trying to squeeze into the inside. Almost chopped that guy, so my bad, bro. But yeah, we're fighting for every inch, so that's kind of the way it goes. Spicy moment here coming up for me. I'm on, this is Brian from Mac. I think he's Atlanta area, he was saying. So one of my southern boys up here representing. We're chasing down a little move here. I just kind of roll through because Brian's been working hard. Give him a little pull and then ease off. This, I think it's Hollander or something. It's Team in Orange. He's going to pull through and start drilling it to go after these guys, try and close the gap. So we're coming in pretty hot into this corner. Brian's sort of following, and he says, no, you know what, man, you take it, because I don't think he's feeling too great about this corner. And I'm like, yeah, I got this, bro. And boom, front wheel just washed out on me. I don't know if I stayed on the brakes a little too late or if there was some, like a little bit of debris on the road or something there, but whew, man, that was a close one. Pretty strong Mike Spikes rider in the race. Flatted out. There it goes. He did well yesterday. But yeah, boom, front flat. Did a good job holding it up, getting out of the way. But yeah, it looks like that was with coming into 7 to go. So I don't know. Probably should have still been eligible for a free lap there. But apparently he wasn't allowed to continue. So that's a bummer for him. Actually, never mind. Reviewing the footage here, you can see top left, unfortunately, that's coming into 6 to go. So, yeah, bad time to have a flat. Missed out by half a lap, sadly. So, a bit of a plot twist. This is actually coming into 1 lap to go, despite what the lap counter says down there. There's a restart coming up where we add laps to the race, so that's kind of wild. Anyway, in my head right now, we're coming into 1 to go. So I'm trying to move up a little bit. I'm sitting kind of mid-pack. I've moved up a little bit on the last lap, and I'm going to try to figure out how to get into sort of the top 10 wheels where I want to be to have myself set up for the sprint. So I'm kind of just following. It's fast, just strung out on the back, or on the start-finish straight here, but I know it's going to kind of bunch up going into the technical 180 corner. So I'm just waiting for someone else to kind of pop out into the wind. And fortunately, big sprinty boy, trademark, decides to move up on the left-hand side. So that's perfect. Grab the draft and start sliding up a little bit. So yeah, this basically puts me in like 10th spot, maybe 10th to 12th wheel, which is great because it's still a long headwind section coming up. But yeah, then disaster strikes. Guy in the blue jersey here kind of changes his line and pushes the Omnium leader out to the left, and he just loses traction and goes down and takes out the winner from day 2 on Mavericks. Goes down hard. Fortunately, everyone else managed to avoid it somehow, so could have been worse. Hope they're okay. But yeah, that creates a decent sized split. I'm kind of not panicking, letting other people close it, and it didn't matter anyway because we end up neutralizing the race.
So here's what we're gonna do. We got 13 and 19. We had 5 seconds on the field. I'm gonna send them, and then I'm gonna blow the whistle to the field. We're gonna do 3 laps. So you get like an extra lap just to kind of get back into that groove and flush the lactic acid or lactate out of your leg.
You're the YouTuber, yeah? YouTube? Yeah. Can you shout out? We watched your videos.
Oh, sweet.
I'm
Thank
a big
you.
sprinty boy.
Nice. Very nice. The squads are intimidating.
Yeah, he's a big guy for anything. I'm going to call him that for the rest of the boys.
All right, so we got our instructions. You heard the man. 5-second lead for 2-man breakaway, and we do 3 laps. So we also heard from the fans, which is great. Shout out Big Sprinty Boy and his family. So we're coming into the final lap for real this time. I end up on the front. This breakaway is there's a chase group that has joined onto them, and it's looking pretty threatening. So I want to make sure I keep the speed super high through this corner. I hit it quite well, gap the guy behind me a little bit, and I just commit to getting up to that group because it's still looking threatening, and I don't know if they have the firepower to stay to the line or not, but I want to at least catch onto their draft and try to slingshot past and see if I can a part of that. Unfortunately, everyone's kind of blowing in this headwind. There's one guy, another guy off the back. There's a little bit. They all kind of sit up, though. They're toast. So I'm not even getting much draft enough to get me to the end of this straightaway, unfortunately. And I have, you-know-who, big sprinty boy, locked onto my wheel. So anyway, what can I do? Just take these corners as fast as I possibly can and start drilling it, lead out the sprint. It is a tailwind and downhill, so I figure if I just get it up to speed, chances are I'm getting past here, but hopefully I don't get passed by too many people. So big sprinty boy hits the wind. He is cranking. Not sure about the blue and white team. He's been riding pretty well all week. I don't know if he's pulled out any other results, but he was definitely looking good all day today. Team Indigo or something. That guy's a good rider. And yeah, a bike throw on the line with one of the Bad Bikes dudes, I think. I got it for 4th. So pretty happy with that. I think I was in better position back with 2 to go when the restart happened, unfortunately. I was sitting like 10th. It was all together and probably going to be a more predictable field sprint where I could stay in the draft until closer to the line. But yeah, that's the hand we were dealt today. At least I was able to dodge the crash. And yeah, moved up some spots on the Omnium. So hopefully those guys are okay and can continue on the week, although Rudy looked pretty banged up. So anyway, stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for sticking it out all the way to the end of this crazy race. Please like and subscribe and give my Instagram a follow. Third Loop Rules. Share it with your friends. We're making reels. All right, peace.